I love her. She was a great mate of mine. So I watched the pilot and just loved it. And I was hooked then. I really, and then watched the second season. I was in the process of watching the second season when I was in LA. And they asked me if I would go and see the cast and directors, and I was like, sure. And at that time, I didn't know the comic books. And that time it was like a substantial character. That's all they kept saying. And then I met Glenn Mazzara, who's our showrunner, brilliant showrunner, and I met him. And then by the end of that week, they were asking me if I was interested in this role, and they'd filled it out a bit more. And I just said, yeah, definitely. And then it got announced, and then it all started kicking off then about what the character was and who he was, and I started to really, and it's been fantastic ever since. It's been really great for me, and it's a wonderful show to join, and really, we're all having such a great time.
Yeah, it was really just like a traditional auditioning process. It was, the auditioner, or the casting director, she's known me for several years. She's an actor, so she just had me as one of the many that she thought would be a great fit. And I came in for the initial audition, and that's when I actually watched the shows when I got the original audition. Before I was looking for it, I watched all the shows and did research. Who's this character? What is she? What is this? What? And then I, caught up. I'm a scaredy cat. I'd never watched the show before. I knew it was acclaimed. I knew it was far more than a zombie show. But to me, it was one of those shows I avoid because I don't like to not sleep at night. My own racing thoughts bug me enough. I don't need to then start thinking about what was that noise and what's that shadow. So I've been a scaredy cat my whole life. It's just what it is. So I was going to avoid it, but I had to watch it now. So, and then I got sucked in after the pilot. I watched the pilot, and then, it was scary as heck, but it was so compelling, great television, beautiful storytelling. And it was about, who would you become, once if this happened? It was like so Lord of the Flies. It wasn't about, zombies. It was something so much more, it was richer. So then I got really compelled, really desirous to be a part of it. And then, I did the first thing, and she said, okay, you're one of the many people I'm putting on tape, and you just think you'd be great for it. You're so strong. You're so this, but and I'm thinking, oh God, get it. I'm like one of the many she's putting on tape. Peace out. So, I was then I had to go do something else, and was out of town, and but now I was sucked into the show. I was trying to watch, but it was like this, you can't tell anyone you've auditioned from the show. You can't tell anybody. There was a different name on the audition sides and everything. And so, after a couple weeks, they were like, they want to know your height. Okay. What height works for them?
What height would you like me to?
Exactly. I could be 5'4", I could be 5'7". And then it was, a little bit more, and then it was a test, and then it was 2 sessions with the producers, and then it was, finally I got the part, and after all that, I got the part, and it was great. It was the way it should be, right? You like the rite of passage to getting a role. So I went in, I got in that way, and then it did feel different once that announcement was made, and they're like, you'll never read the internet again. I was told, and warn your family. Things were about to change.
Such a huge character.
It was Friday, and then they announced it on when the finale aired on Sunday. So I had 2 days I couldn't tell anybody. And then everyone's texting me like, "Is that you, Danai Gurira, they just announced? Because you never told me that this was happening, including my own family." But so it was that was the process.